This trail is mainline, our only real dirt jump line we have, and it's sweet. In the last backyard trails video I made updating you on the occurring progress, this line was barely rideable. It was fully covered in leaves and the jumps were crumbling apart. Since then, a lot of changes have been made, so join me today for a tour of the new trail as well as a sick build of some fun features. To start off mainline, there's a tiny setup jump that's less than a 10-foot gap. It's meant to give you speed and that's all. I'd like to change this into a roller today because I think it'll flow much better than the current state does. Following the skipper, we have the jump today's video is based on, and that's this hip jump. Right now, the lip is pretty much perfect, but the landing needs a good amount of improvement to raise the bar for the rest of the trail. After a small roller that dives beneath the ground, we have the third jump, which isn't anything very special. It's pretty fun as the transfer into it is a blast, but nothing unique like the rest of the line. Next comes the best berm we have, period. It's the perfect steepness, has an amazing radius, and gives you so much speed. Finally, we have the big booter to finish off the trail. This took a lot of dirt stacking, but it's absolutely worth it for the reward of riding it. The jump gives you so much airtime, and it all just ends the trail extremely well. This final jump is by far a contender for the best feature we have. Onto the build for today, let's simply start off with that roller I was mentioning. Throwing rocks in the gap makes the surrounding area look a whole lot better, which I'm totally down for. Awesome, let's get going on dirt. The dirt for this roller came by grading out the entire area to the left of this jump and to the right of the trick jump. This whole process made it look a lot more natural. The shape of this new roller's looking pretty good, so a few more minutes of packing and then we can try it out.
A few inches later.
We were actually airing it on our first few goes, but once we got it smooth, it felt oh so satisfying. Since I now know that the roller works well, I can get cracking on the next landing. My overall goal of this landing is a little complicated, but it comes down to 4 different parts. I'd like to make it hipped more, pushed out, steeper, and longer. Let's get building. I started by moving the current state of the landing out about 10 inches. This naturally made it steeper, and all the extra dirt could be thrown on the side to make it wider as well. Since I also wanted this landing to be longer, I began chopping up the distance between the roller and the landing. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking out this old roller and I'm throwing all the dirt onto the landing because it can be used to make it wider and taller. I'm also digging a new little hole in between the two because that'll give me more dirt and give me the ability to dig it down even more. Digging down was a fairly difficult process. There was a tree really close by, as you can see in this clip, and it made the intruding roots very hard to get out of the way. So the landing is somewhat getting there. As you can see in the middle, I've dug out a little trench, and that's going to act as the transition, and I can make that wider, and then that'll go across the entire landing and make it super smooth. Okay, so I've been shoveling dirt for nearly 7 hours now, totally by myself. I'm really tired, so I think I'm just gonna come back tomorrow and finish off the remaining few hours. Here's a build lapse of the rest of the feature. Let's go. It took 2 long days of shoveling, shaping, slapping, and stacking to get this landing to where it is right now. I can already tell by looking at it that catching the transition is going to require extreme precision. Let's see how this new jump rides. Oh! Wow. It's very tight, but I knew that going into the build. Eventually, I ended up fully getting rid of the roller, and it flowed a lot better. That was off camera, though. So I really like the way that this new landing turned out. It's pretty much perfect. I might have to make it a little bit less steep in the future because it is really easy to go deep, and I definitely don't want to case this landing. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed the build, and I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week.